there be one question that you can ask when buying anything from anyone that might help you get a better deal? I'll get to that in just a second. But first, I want to talk about why don't people negotiate? See, I see negotiating as not just what I should do, but my responsibility. I love to negotiate. And I know, like many of you do, that most places where you're buying or exchanging fee for services, they have room to negotiate. It's standard practice, so we might as well take advantage of it. Now, why don't people do this? It's uncomfortable for some of us. We don't like to ask for things. It makes us feel like we're maybe putting ourselves out. In some cases, we don't think we should negotiate, or we didn't think about negotiating. You know, it's funny. We ask for something at a restaurant and we don't ever think about negotiating. Or we go into a nice store like Nordstrom's and we would never negotiate. You know, that kind of goes to the next reason we don't negotiate. A lot of people believe that there's certain situations where you just can't. Now, here's the reality. You can overcome this, and not only can you overcome this fear of negotiating or this weird belief that there's certain situations you can't. Why? Because I want you to have leverage over your money. What that means is if we're spending $1 and we can spend it to get more, then we have leverage. So stop paying retail. Don't look at price tags as what you're going to pay. Make sure that you start negotiating. And for those of you who are just getting used to this idea, let's make it easy. Some of us are natural negotiators. Like I said, I love it. But what I want you to understand about leverage over money is that over the course of the year, if I go out and spend $20,000 on goods and services and everything else, and I negotiate everything, and you spend $20,000 and don't, I will get more for my money, and that's the same as making more money. So I've given myself a raise. And here's how anyone, even a novice negotiator who's never done it before, can start. Every time you buy something, ask the simple question, is that the best you can do? You are going to grow to love this simple question. Is that the best you can do? See, for some, I know this is going to be uncomfortable at first. However, once it works a few times, you will be asking this forever. And I've found that this tiny little question oftentimes can get you more than 10 to 20% off of just about anything you're buying. And for those situations where you feel like you just can't ask, like let's go back to the example of Nordstrom's. I recently bought a pair of shoes there and I asked the sales rep, hey, is that the best you can do? And he looked right at me and said, you know what? We have a promotion. I think I can get you 15% off on these and give you 2 shoe shines after you buy them. Had I not asked, I wouldn't have gotten it. You can use this anywhere. In fact, think about situations where you never would negotiate, like the doctor's office. I recently got a quote from my dentist on a cap that I've had for over a decade. They gave me the amount, and I said, well, is that the best you can do? And the person behind the desk looked right at me and said, if you're paying with a credit card, that's the price. But if you're willing to pay cash, we can knock 7% off. That was a huge savings for me, and I will pay with cash whenever I can to save money. Use the ultimate buying question today to give yourself a raise and get leverage over your money. And then come back and let us know how it works. You can use this anywhere, and we want to know the results. Because there's 2 ways to increase your net worth. Make more and spend less, and we want to help you do both. Come back, Cadey and I would love to have you as a subscriber to this blog where we'll give you information to do better in your business and to grow your business faster. We want to help you build that business around who you are so it will give to you indefinitely.